Hello everybody, welcome to another True Review. Today I'm bringing you Oh Sir, the Insult Simulator, which is a very strange game. It's only priced at £2.39 in the UK. I've not got US pricing, but it's going to be about $3.99, something like that. And we have a very strange party game. It's a game where you face off 1v1 against one of the many characters in the game, and you have to string insults together. Now, how the game works is you have a central pool of words and phrases, which can be like your father, your mother, smells, or is passed away, or flashes in the park, for example, as one of them. And you basically choose one of the phrases, then your opponent chooses one of the phrases from the same pool, and you go backwards and forwards to try and form the best insult you can. You do also have two insults in your hand as well, which is done by like a cup of tea system or a cup of coffee system. You'll have two words that you can use. If you don't like them, you can take a sip from the cup of tea and it will give you two more randomly generated words as well. So basically, once you're happy with your entire phrase, which has got to make some semblance of sense and end in a sensible way, then you press the B button and your character speaks in kind of disjointed, because each of the phrases have not been, are just different sound recordings joined together, but your character does fully say the insult, and then it's scored, and the score is you do damage to your opponent, and the game goes backwards and forwards to that way until one person's health depleted, and that's pretty much it. There's a little bit of tactical play involved there, because there's something called a continuation, which if there's nothing else in the pool that's going to make sense, you can hit the continuation, which is denoted by 3 dots, and that will basically save your phrase over to the next round, so you can form a bigger insult and get bigger damage. The chance you take with that is if your opponent does more than 16 damage on his turn, he will knock your concentration off and you will lose all the banked words. So it's kind of like a little bit of swings and roundabouts between trying to form a bigger sentence, or do you just go for the instant damage there and then. It's a pretty straightforward game. There's not an awful lot of complication to it. There's loads of different colourful characters there. There's Sir Knight, there's Mr. Shufflebottom, there's even God, who's voiced as if he was Morgan Freeman from the Jim Carrey film, which name escapes me at the moment. But yeah, it's all very British. You know what I mean? It's that kind of British voice acting, that British kind of sense of humour to it. Now, it's not without its faults, because there's not an awful lot of longevity here with this game. The developer even knows it themselves, to be honest with you, because the achievement for playing 100 games is in fact called "It Gets Boring After an Hour," and he's not wrong. It does get boring after an hour, but that's the beauty of this. The developer knows what he's created, isn't trying to be silly in his pricing. It's a very budget title. It's something you're going to roll out at parties. If you've got a gathering together of people, you're going to get it out for a quick fire laugh, while away half an hour to an hour at a time. It's not something you can sit there playing religiously. But there is a few other tactics involved in the game as well, because each character has a weakness. Like, for example, Sir Knight is an old-fashioned person. He's not up to date with the modern world, so if you make any reference to things in the modern world to him, such as like Windows, or even mention like Star Wars, or even colour televisions, is that stuck in the mud in the past, that actually does a bigger amount of damage. You can also string combos together, which are by using the same phrase. For example, if on 2 consecutive phrases you use like your mother in the insult, you'll get a ×2 damage bonus. You use it on a 3rd phrase, you'll get ×3, and so on. So you can do huge amount of damage if the RNG of the phrases falls your way. Graphically, It's rather charming. You've got several different locales which do influence the gameplay, because there will be certain words just tailored to that scenario, such as in a pet shop you'll get references to animals and the dead parrot that's in the picture. There's a lake scene where there's a dead body, somebody's been murdered, and there is phrases relating to that incident. The characters you choose also have separate phrases, normally more like finishing lines that they have tailored to themselves. You know, it's fun for a quick fire blast, and it's only priced at £2.39, so it's worth a shot at anybody's money. I mean, achievement wise, it's a very easy list, but it's a very RNG related list, because you do have to form certain phrases. I personally had only issues on forming one phrase, which took me literally 3 hours of playing the damn game to get these phrases to appear, so I could pick the series of words to get the achievement. And obviously there is the play 100 games achievement as well, which will take a little bit of grinding out there. And if you play the game naturally, that will take you obviously quite some time to do. But for achievement hunters, it is a very easy 1000 gamer score. But like I say, for the price, it's a throwaway title. The developer knows this, and that's not a disrespect to the developer. They know what they've made. They know it's a fun, quick fire blast of a game, and it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. It's basically like playing the Monkey Island insults and the first island of the old classic point and click Monkey Island game, where Guybrush has to beat the pirates in sword fights by issuing insults to them. It's pretty much like that, and it is good fun in very, very short bursts. So I'm going to give Hosa the Insult Simulator a decent 3 out of 5. And I say, it's cheap title. It's worth picking up and having a blast with it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope to catch you in the next video.
Your face secretly adores your mother and has a steaming romp with a Muppet. Ouch!